In this video, we will discuss about some basic aspect of record retention. Record retention policy specify what type of data and document is required to preserve and what type of data and documents need to be destroyed. Information Security Manager should ensure that adequate record retention policy is in place and same is followed throughout the organization. It will also specify the number of years for which data is required to be preserved. Record retention should be primarily based on two factors, that is business requirement as well as legal requirement. If a record is required to be maintained for 2 years as per business requirement and 3 years from legal aspect, then it should be maintained for 3 years. Organizations generally design their business requirement after considering relevant laws and regulations. Let us now discuss about electronic discovery, that is also known as e-discovery. Electronic discovery is the process of identification, collection and submission of electronic records in a lawsuit or investigation. Best way to ensure availability of electronic record is to implement the comprehensive retention policies. Retention policy will dictate the terms of storage, backup and access of the records. Let us discuss some key aspects from exam perspective. So, first question, what is electronic discovery? We already discussed this. Electronic discovery is the process of identification, collection and submission of electronic records in a lawsuit or investigation. What are the factors on which record retention is based? As we know that retention policy describes the terms of storage, backup requirement, access of the records, etc. So question is, on what basis all these requirements should be derived? Your answer should be business requirement and legal requirement. In rare case, you may get both the option in exam. So in such case, you need to give preference to the business requirement, as it is generally assumed that business requirement already includes the legal aspect. Let us now discuss some practice question. Question 1. Most effective way to minimize the impact of e-discovery in the event of a litigation is. So in simple term, question is how to minimize the impact of a evidence destruction. So your evidence is destroyed. Now what would help you? And the correct answer is option D, to implement comprehensive retention policy. The reason why option A is not relevant over here is that only keeping the backup of sensitive data may not make sense unless and until you define how long that data should be preserved. Which of the following will influence the most while planning for business record retention? Correct answer is option D. Potential change in application systems and media. Next question. Which of the following is most important consideration for retention of business records? Correct answer is option B. Regulatory and legal requirements. Thanks for watching.